In the Round took a detour to Greenbelt Music Festival. Brooke and D recap the weekend, the good vibes and stellar music, and we have some exclusive interview content with Lissie, them Coulee Boys, and Johnny Mullenax. Here we go. Hey, we're at Greenbelt Music Festival.
We are from the middle northern part of Wisconsin, so it's about a 7-hour drive.
This is people coming together, having a good time, making memories. You know, I mean, it's really what it's all about.
Good vibes, right?
Great vibes.
Great. Green vibes and great vibes. Armchair Boogie. Hello, In the Rounders. We have a bonus episode for you. We are recapping Greenbelt Music Festival, which Brooke and I and some of the team got to attend this year. It was so much fun. I brought producer Brooke. Say hi, Brooke.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here.
Brought her from out of, usually she's behind the curtain. We brought her out, letting her loose so we can talk about the festival. Our team, the Trilix Studio team, was on site capturing some video, but we also got to run around and talk to attendees and vendors and musicians and just experience the festival, which you've been every year.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
This was my third year. I love how they're constantly pushing it to make it better for the fans, and you could see those small improvements there, and so I really enjoyed that. And we made the most of it. It was maybe a little bit windy on Friday.
Yeah, just there might have been some major weather event on Friday, no big deal, but
yeah, 50-mile-an-hour winds.
The musicians were troopers. Like
Yes.
I made the joke the whole weekend, like at least the wind was blowing their hair away from their face.
Yes.
I you know, as bad as it was, they really stuck it out and like played as long as they could, dealt with potential rain. So I feel like that speaks to the good vibes of a festival when the artists are like in it through the thick and thin.
Yeah.
You know.
And good on the fans. Everybody still showed up and they battled it out, and people were still there to party.
Oh, they were.
I was one of them.
If anything, yeah, we were, you know, and if anything, I feel like the indoor stage got a little more love even than it does in the past. Because usually when it's like gorgeous out, everyone just wants to be outside.
Yes.
But it was kind of nice to, you know, there's so many good bands. You just can't, even schedule wise, it's hard to catch everybody.
Yeah,
but,
a few songs here and there. But yeah, the inside was packed, so that's good. But then Saturday, gorgeous day.
Amazing day.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge Shovels and Rope fan. The whole lineup was great, but I know you're a big bluegrass fan, so I was like...
I am.
Yeah.
I love me some Green Sky Bluegrass, seen them a lot, and they encored with Windshield, so I was very happy.
Favorite song of yours?
It's one of my favorite songs, Got me through some COVID times.
Oh, heck yeah. That's so gratifying when they play the song. You know, I hate to be that person that yells out a song because being in a band, I know that there's a planned set list.
Yes.
There is a plan. And so when people are just like yelling out songs, especially if you have as big of a repertoire as a band like that who's been playing for years and years, it's like,
do they even hear you up there? Or do you just hear like...
That's a very valid point. I think most of the time on that big of a stage, it does just sound like...
I always wonder that because I was like, I should yell for a song. I was like, they probably won't hear me.
Yeah. In a small, like 250 cap room,
yes,
you know, that's one thing. But outside, it doesn't cut through. That's why everyone's always like, what? And you can't see anything when you're on stage with lights and they're like pointing at your face. It's actually really hard to see people too.
Yeah. What about 50-mile-an-hour winds?
Yeah, that also damages your capacity to engage for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Geez, they were like hanging on for dear life, but. Oh my gosh, so many amazing bands. Lissie was amazing. We actually got to catch up with her and got a little interview. Take a look.
Northeast Iowa was a place I always thought was beautiful, and so I spent 12 years in California.
Yeah. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. That was a beautiful song.
Thank
you were like, in that song, you talk about missing the seasons, and meanwhile, the wind is just blasting you.
Like, maybe I don't miss the seasons, actually. No.
I was like, did you mean this season, Lissie? Because
Yeah, no, I did. I always felt like I've been very Midwestern. Even I lived in Hollywood for like 5 years and then was in Ojai and really did miss the Midwest and just always loved Northeast Iowa. And so, yeah, it's been good because I'm like close enough to my family, but then I'm also kind of close to not too far from the Twin Cities and, can always hop on a plane and go wherever I need to go.
Right.
So.
And did you live in England or you just spent a lot of time there, right? I mean, you have such traction in Europe. I was kind of curious how that came to be and the history of that.
Yeah, I signed a record deal with Sony, Columbia Records, and it was based out of London. So my manager, who has lived in the States for like 20, 30 years, he's British. And so in like 2007-ish, I was taken over actually to London to like try to get a record deal there.
Yeah.
So my record deal, I had a different record deal that I got dropped from. Really, but we won't talk about that one.
No, we'll talk about it right now.
Yeah. But the Sony deal and the Columbia days, that was all like London, centered in London, and then I would go around Europe. So I kind of was doing a lot better in Europe than the States, and that's still kind of the case sometimes, depending on where I go. So I spent so much time over there. I mean, I didn't live there. Like, I had a dog and I had a house, and so I would come home when I could, but spent so much time in London, and still I was just touring over there in November, and I'm going to Norway next month, so.
Oh my gosh, take us with you. We'll go, right, Brooke? Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah.
We'd love to see that.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I am just obsessed with Lissie's song Night Moves, which she played. And she played solo, which I think is like, she commanded that stage.
She did.
Like, even just being knocked over by the wind and gravel dust and everything. But she just totally killed. And I'm looking forward to having her back, for a full episode, full chat.
Absolutely. You know who else killed it was some friends that we've had in the studio before, them Coulee Boys.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It was so fun to catch up with them.
Yeah.
Their set was incredible. They had the crowd singing along. There were a lot of people that were there just for them.
Yeah.
Which, speaks to they're out of Wisconsin, but they, still have that reach in Iowa.
They brought the vibe on Saturday. People were ready to get down, and they started it off.
I think absolutely. We actually got to catch up with them too, and this is a fun clip of our chat after their set. You can tell. Okay, we're catching up with them Coulee Boys. They just played an incredible set to a crowd that was singing along. They knew all the words. Oh my God, people just love you here. It was awesome. I wanted to ask you, since we last saw you, that was in December. Since we last saw you, have there been any life lessons that you've learned that you can share?
Life lessons? Since December? Wait, why'd you point at me?
I don't know.
I got one. Just call Roto-Rooter. It's not worth it to try to figure it out. Just call them. Just have them. They got the tools. They know what they're doing. Just have them do it.
I love this. Oh, Roto-Rooter, call him today.
Yeah.
Wink. We'll add a little ding when I wink.
You'll know when you need them. You'll know. Yeah.
Roto-Rooter, you'll know when you need him. I love this. That sounds like, is this like a hint about a new song that you guys are dropping?
No.
Fine. Okay. Hey, you've got a lot of shows coming up this summer, right? Festival circuit? Yes? Where are you going to be next?
Ironwood, Michigan, and it's called something North. Find Your North festival, and it's in Ironwood, Michigan, and
we have like
Blue
our
Rocks.
also Trempealeau, Wisconsin.
Oh, Trempealeau.
Like Bo's hometown.
Yeah.
Oh. Do they show up, or do they hate you there?
They show up sometimes. Some days.
You're like,
yeah.
forget that guy. No.
It's nice.
Are you related to half the town?
No, it's not that small. Well, it is small, but it's not like, I don't know. I'm related to half of their hometown, actually. But my parents moved. Anyway, we also have our own festival this year. We announced it maybe like a month or two ago, but we're starting a new festival called Lake Effect, and it's in northern Wisconsin, up above most of the towns of Wisconsin against Lake Superior, Bayfield, Wisconsin. And it's at Big Top Chautauqua. It's called Lake Effect Music Fest in Bayfield, Wisconsin. Check that out.
We're headlining, we're hosting. We got a bunch of great bands coming through. Neil Francis, Jamie Wyatt, Susto, bunch of our friends. We're really stoked. Yeah.
Oh my God, I did see that. I saw that you guys posted that. That's so awesome. I love that you're just creating your own festival. I bet the setting is amazing. Northern Wisconsin's beautiful. Yeah.
Under a circus tent, it's great.
Under a circus tent.
At the bottom of the ski hill. Yeah.
At the bottom of a ski hill. Okay, amazing. I love them Coulee Boys. We actually get to see them again at Blue Ox Music Festival in a couple weeks. So just it's so much fun hanging out with those guys, and they're a bundle of laughs. Really. They're just a total hoot.
They are.
Yeah, they were great.
And you know who else was great? Johnny Mullenax.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so many of the bands at Greenbelt have the Blue Ox mix of instruments a lot of time is like guitar and then string instruments. You got banjo, mandolin, upright bass, like kind of traditional, instruments, if anything. But the fiddle player in Johnny Mullenax, I thought he was going to catch fire,
Yes.
literally.
Yeah.
He was playing so fast.
It was
and
amazing.
He was amazing.
I mean, when they covered Sitting on Top of the World, like the deepest, darkest, dirtiest way, I was like, yes.
Yes. Yeah, who's the artist that...
Well, Doc
or
Watson
Doc
plays
Watson.
that song. Well,
Okay.
he used to play that song.
Yes.
He'd probably turn
R.I.P.
over in his grave and was
Yeah.
probably like, what the hell?
He is
No.
risen. Doc. No, yeah, you mentioned that. You called that out, and I thought that was such a cool catch because, like,
Yeah.
they played that song at 80 miles an hour.
Yes.
Like, you wouldn't know hearing the original that was that song.
Yeah,
and it
it
was incredible.
it
They
was
were
good.
so fun. And actually, we got to talk to Johnny. I know what you're thinking. There's another clip coming. But we got to talk to Johnny. He was hilarious. Here's a clip. Hey everyone, we're here with Johnny Mullenax. You just ripped an incredible set. I mean, mind-blowing set at the indoor stage.
Thank you very much.
At the indoor stage at Greenbelt Music Festival. We're here in the Artist Lounge catching up with Johnny. You're from Tulsa, right?
Yes. Yes, born and raised in Tulsa.
Okay, awesome. So you've been playing guitar since you were 5, I think I saw?
Yeah, I've been playing my whole life. Yeah.
That's so wild. I mean, it shows if you see you play. And everyone on stage with you, your whole band, they're insane.
Yeah, they're all cats for sure.
I was commenting, it was like orchestral. It was like bluegrass, jazz. I mean, it was so insane. You guys are all such technical players, but like just jamming so hard.
Thank you a lot. Yeah, I mean, we've never had a rehearsal or anything. We just kind of get up there and, pull it out of our ass. It's really fun.
Wait, are you serious? You've never...
Yeah, we've never had a rehearsal.
Wow.
We will never, and put that on camera. Can we curse?
Yeah, it's totally
All
fine.
right. Cool.
They're never going to rehearse. You've heard it here first. That's hilarious. I mean, that's impressive, and that speaks to the talent of the people on stage. I mean, your keyboardist was ripping solos. Your fiddle player. I said to Brooke, I was like, whatever they're paying him isn't enough.
Yeah, I know, right?
Which is probably $0, right? Because we're all musicians.
Yeah, we're poor as fuck. Yeah, so if you guys, anyone out there feels like sponsoring a young poor band, please.
Very rich in talent.
Yes. Well, thank you.
No, it's seriously so incredible. You guys have such a vibe together. Like for not rehearsing, you're very in tune with each other. So it's just amazing. When did you put the band together?
About 3 years ago. We live in Tulsa. There's a bar there called Mercury Lounge, and we play there every Sunday from noon to 3.
Okay.
We call it Bluegrass Brunch, and that's kind of our rehearsal, if you will.
Paid brunch rehearsal. Love this.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing, but we're just having fun. Put the band together 3 years ago, and it's been a fun journey since.
That's incredible. And now you're playing Greenbelt. Are you playing other festivals this summer? Are you doing the festival circuit?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of festivals. Playing up at Borderlands in Rhode Island, I believe. So
fun.
Going to the UK, playing a blues festival up there. So yeah, I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, well, this seems like really kind of like launching, I mean, from brunch to the UK. I love that trajectory.
I haven't really thought about it like that, but
Brunch in Tulsa to the UK. I mean, that's a Netflix special that needs to happen. He's hilarious too. I can't believe they just like played at a brunch thing, and they're just like incredible players. And they're like, oh, we don't practice. We just
They just got together and started jamming.
Yeah, play at a brunch. I guess they don't just eat brunch and then play like that. But yeah, incredible. There were so many bands there that we wanted to talk to, and we just couldn't get to everyone. But we did get to talk to lots of attendees and the vendors. Like everyone really enjoyed being there. Weather aside, of course, that's something you can't compete with. But people, the vibe there really is. I know I keep using the V word, but vibe was it's really warm, really welcoming.
Yeah.
There's like the fun indoor stage. We kind of didn't touch on the differences there, but I mean, you got lasers going and there's like really cool lighting, and there was a whole room with bouncy houses for kids, which I still didn't bounce on, which I'm kind of upset about.
Might have been an age limit there, but I don't know. But
see, height, I'm fine, but age, that's where they get me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think anytime a festival allows children for free is amazing. I mean, because there's so many people that's a factor where you're like, I'd love to go, but I have the kids. Like, how do I get a babysitter? But 12 and under free is huge.
That is huge. That's such a good point, because you're still buying food for them, or like, it's not like you're not engaging in activities and still like helping the festival in other ways. But I think taking that ticket costs away is great.
Yeah. And it's fun. Like, I love taking our kids to stuff like that, because they can run around and be crazy, and you're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, well, especially in a contained space
Yeah.
like that, you know, you don't have to really worry about them like getting lost. There's nowhere to go. You know, they're just right there.
Yeah, and a fun little indoor, like you said, bouncy house area was great. So.
Yeah, you know, something I'd love to see grow is the picker stage, because it was such a fun. It's like a little hidden gem in the crazy metal shed, which was hilarious with all the wind when that was going. But it's that was really fun, and something I'd like to see grow, mostly because that is kind of an element of a lot of bluegrass fests, is that kind of jam, like just come in a room and what do you play and sing along. And they had audience members singing along. I know Wolf Skull in the Wild, we got to catch a little bit of that duo doing that. And it kind of, again, contributes to the vibe and just the friendliness of everything going on.
Yeah, I really liked it. You know, it's very intimate.
Yes.
You know, some people are like, we'll just come on the ground with you and jam out. You know, they didn't even want to be like on their little stage platform area.
Yeah.
So it was, it was cool.
No, that's such a, and I actually, that's where I got to see last year. I got to see Megan and the Birdwatcher, who's our next guest on In the Round podcast. So
can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. I say In the Round podcast like it's not this podcast. It is this same very one, indeed.
The best one out there.
Yes. But this is our first kind of festival recap for Detour, which is where we're going on site to live events, festivals, and we have another festival coming up, Blue Ox in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and we cannot wait. That lineup is just incredible. There's a host band, Pert Near Sandstone, who actually just came through Ames, and my dad went and saw them, and he said it was just mine. I mean, he was like, they're just so stinking good.
So good. I saw them in Wakarusa in 2009. I don't know if you remember Wakarusa was this festival in Lawrence, Kansas.
No.
And their bass player played a drum made out of like a kettle. It was like a round, like
a witch's cauldron.
Yes, like a witch's cauldron. No, like an oil drum, like an old oil drum, but like a smaller version of it. And he like it was so cool. We're like, what is that thing he's playing? Yeah, that was
you
years
you
ago.
can afford a drum, but not a drum. Yeah. Wow. No,
Yes.
that's wild.
Yeah.
No, the whole lineup. Again, Green Sky Bluegrass is going to be there.
Yeah.
But there's also Margot Price, St. Paul and the Broken Bones, Molly Tuttle. There's like this crazy cool lineup up there that I'm excited to see.
I think they got some late night electronic shows they're throwing in there. Get a dance on. You know, that was my rave.
Just a little bit here. Well, I can't wait for you all to keep up with those shenanigans. We're going to be on site at Blue Ox Music Festival, so keep up there. If you had a great time at Greenbelt, please comment and share, and we hope that festival lives on, because it's just such a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Just a little recap. We'll see you soon.
Bye.